Alright, Young Squad, what up? It's your boy Young D if you're new to the channel. As you can see, we are not playing Resident Evil Village. This is a new series I want to start on my channel. After I beat a game, I start talking about it, giving some time for people to play it, to buy it, experience on their own. Because this is a spoiler review, alright? These are my thoughts. So I'm going to talk about everything that I like about the game, what I didn't like about the game. A person like me with like little under 200 subs, I had to buy the game, so I'm getting like the full game entirety. So if I get the bugs, I'm gonna let you know if there's a bug, so forth and so on. Um, and like people that be reviewing the game, some I won't say most of them, they get the editor's edition where it's just like already published. There's nothing wrong with the game for them. So, but I'm not that type of person. I would like to be that person. I'm just not that type of person yet. So, first thing first about Resident Evil Village. I do play on the PS5. The ray tracing. Um, the ray tracing was a little bit blurry. I'm gonna be honest, but I did saw the entirety of the gun. Um, I'm gonna use this as an example as somebody with a high-powered PC. If you look at their ray tracing, you can actually see that the gun looks really realistic, like it's even shining. For us PS5 players, we see the gun, but it wasn't really shining like that. So, I mean, maybe that's just the PS5, but I mean, it is what it is. But another thing I like to talk about is the adaptive triggers on the PS5. I loved it. I'm gonna be honest, I love the, even though I can't like rapidly shoot like I wanted to, and when you get attacked by a swarm of enemies, I had to like literally every time that Dr. Trigger's done, that's when I can pull the trigger. I still was able to shoot, but I wasn't shooting like I was used to. But a Dr. Triggers, you're supposed to feel the tension of the weapon, so it makes sense. When you go to the shotgun, when you aim in, I felt that. And then you let go, you aim in a little bit, and then it's like you kind of feeling the weight of a shotgun. So, but the most important, the biggest adaptive trigger was using a sniper, man. The sniper was so hard to press. I'm guessing because the sniper is a heavy weapon, so you kind of felt the weight of the gun, and every time you shoot, you feel a little vibration. Adaptive triggers, man. PS5 controller, it's insane. It's insane what they did to it. Now on with the story. At the very beginning, you start off with Mia and your little girl Rose, and what end up happening is once you take Rose upstairs to go to sleep, you end up talking to Mia, who turns out at the very end it wasn't even a Mia, it was Miranda. She has the ability to take other people's forms, anybody they want. We saw her, she took Mia, and then when she was also the witch, and I believe she was something else. I just don't remember who was the other person. But anyways, let's go to the very beginning. It shows that Chris broke into the house, shot Mia. We were like, wow, what is going on? Did Chris lie to Ethan about him and Mia was gonna be safe, or what? According to Chris's plan, he didn't want to tell Ethan about the plan because he didn't want to get involved, but we was already involved once. We thought Ethan killed Mia. It turns out it was Mother Miranda. She got it. She was in the car, resurrected herself. She pretended to be dead. She wasn't. And slaughtered everybody in the vehicle. Took our girl Rose. Killed the two guards. And that's when we woke up as Ethan on the ground. Just looking like, what happened? Where's my daughter? We get a phone call. They said, finally y'all pick up. What's wrong with y'all? What happened? And then that's when Ethan's like, who is this? And where's Chris? And then the guard's like, How'd you get there? This is a secure line, yada yada. Phone cut off. Fast forward when we get to the village, alright? So we're in the village. In the village. We see the witch, like I said, who's Mother Miranda. Um, you basically go around, explore the village, find like this two people, a father and her daughter. The father gets hurt, he gets sick or something, daughter trying to help. You bring them to Louise's house, yada yada. Father end up getting infected, gets taken over, kills everybody in the house except for the daughter. Try to kill me and his daughter. Daughter shoots him with a shotgun. That whole scene right there was, I like it. I'm gonna be honest, I liked it. Um, it kinda got me. It's like, oh shit, this is Resident Evil. By the way, this was my first Resident Evil that I beaten. So for my first Resident Evil that I beaten, that I actually beat, like I said, that scene right there was the start off point. Um, so we end up, let's fast forward after Louise's house, the daughter dies because she was being an idiot who didn't want to jump. She wanted to stay with her father. You know, let her die, man. Just let her die, Ethan. So we go fast forward to the front of the village, and before we even go inside the castle, not the village, the castle I meant, we met Heisenberg, aka Magneto himself, and Thor, because of his little hammer. He can throw the hammer and bring it right back. But we met Heisenberg, and Heisenberg ended up talking to you, capture you, take you down to where we see the four lords. If y'all didn't know, the four lords is Domitress, Donna, you know, the doll lady, Moreau, the fish guy, and Heisenberg. So what people thought was Lady Domitress was going to be the final boss because everybody was talking about her, 9 feet vampire lady. She was bad, alright? They made her thick all in the right places. I mean, obviously y'all can go on YouTube and y'all can see Lady Domitress if y'all haven't. Um but going through her little castle, man, you had to like go in there and collect 4 masks. Once you go in there and collect 4 masks, you basically get to leave out and then you go into like a boss fight with her. So like after you kill her first daughter, right? It was Cassandra, I believe, the blonde lady. I think her name was Cassandra. She ended up starting roaming around her own castle, and with that being said, she becomes Mr. X. Which Mr. X, he was in like Resident Evil 2, I believe. Hopefully I'm not getting that wrong. Like I said, not a Resident Evil player. I just started. So with that being said, she ended up walking around. Alright. Kind of scary because you open the door, boom, she'll be right there. Right? So after you kill all 3 of her daughters, she gets really mad and upset. Before we even get to that part, let's talk about Ethan. Ethan out here taking so much damage. It was insane. And they end up addressing it at the very end of the game too, about how Ethan's body was full of mold and he already died in Resident Evil 7. That right there, that was a crazy storyline because Lady Domitress cut Ethan's right hand off, right? And this man, you run around, go back to that place, get your hand back, pull the lever with your other hand, and then once you get up in the elevator, Ethan finds first aid, poured it on his right wrist, put his right hand back on and twisted it, and all of a sudden he gets his hand back. I'm like, there's no way that this man is human. We found out what he really is. So going to the first boss fight with Lady Domitress, you can see right here. She's a catfish. A catfish, man. We said she was all bad until she turned into a dragon and start killing everybody. Well, start trying to kill us, as I say. Um, that boss fight, that was pretty simple, straightforward. Shoot the only thing that is really covering her. Shoot her with the pistol, yada yada. Um, like I said, boss was pretty straightforward. Every time she flies and she just standing there, you just use a sniper. Boom, boom, bang, bang. If she lands, throw a little pipe bomb. It will hit her and stun her. She get even more shots like using a shotgun. I mean, you using the first three weapons. It was pretty straightforward. All right. Now let's just skip everything and fast forward to the most scariest boss fight ever. It has to be Donna Benevito, bro. With that little baby, fetus, um, that was kind of scary because like the lights goes off, and then you just running. You see an umbilical cord, and then you hear the baby, you know, making its baby noises with an scary ambience. That was scary. If you saw my playthrough of that, I think that was the most times I screamed because. And then I ran into a corner and got myself stuck. So I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm in danger. There's no way I can get around that baby. But I ended up finding out what to do. But the second part is when. So, like, after you go to the elevator, you get the little fuse box. You had to go back. Let me see. Let me remember. You had to, like. Oh, you get the baby, right? The That was in the fuse box, put it on the baby door, go out once, go downstairs. Once you take the fuse box out of that room, in that baby room, lights out. And if you wasn't exploring, you probably didn't know what to do. But end up you walking, like you're walking out, go upstairs, the baby is right there. So you gotta quickly turn back. And I guess I turned around in panic. I thought I was stuck, but I didn't. Sliding through the door, I was hiding. I was like, oh shit, oh shit. My heart was pumping. Boom, 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 boom. Like FBI open up type of shit. But once the baby go around the bed, that's when you gotta quickly get out under the bed and start chopping it up. I thought it was gonna put the baby out of nowhere, but it was a little kind of straightforward. But still, the whole fight was like kind of scary. And then we go to the actual boss fight with Donna, and you basically gotta find her little doll around, stab it before you got a certain amount of time. If you don't, Donna will send her doll friends at you to stab you a little bit, and then Ethan swaps them away, and then you gotta go right back into it and find her again. Basically playing hide and seek. And it turns out that her own doll, it was what was her name? Uh, Claire something herself. I think her name was Donna because her doll was Angie. So you go around find Angie, stab her 3 times, and then it turns out that Angie wasn't even Angie. It was Donna because Donna used her doll to talk to people. She had a rough childhood. All right, she died when she was like 9 or 10 years old. If you go and find like her secret and use a slab, it shows like 10 years, 9 years. Now Moreau. Um, I want to say he was the weakest of them all. All right, and he was obsessed with Mother Miranda. Every time he was Mother Miranda, Mother Miranda. I can't even do his voice right, but y'all know he was the funniest boss. I'll let y'all know that he was the funniest boss because there was a scene where you got to walk through the water on the little platforms, and then he just jumps out of the water and said, "I'm the best." That had me laughing. All right, but Moreau always gets shit on. Speaking of Moreau, let's talk about Ethan, bro. Before you even go face Moreau, you end up sneaking to Moreau's little shack, and you see him talking on a TV screen that just blank. For us, it was blank. For him, he probably saw something. I don't know. Ethan easily grabbed the flask, right? Watched him, and instead of just walking away and go on with your life, Ethan had to say some shit, bro. And because he was talking, my bro ended up affecting the whole place, started barricading, and said, "Oh, you talk too much, yada yada yada." Oh look, this is what I was talking about at the very beginning, where Mother Miranda was getting shot. God damn, bro! Like,
I don't understand why you are so.
just came out of nowhere and just.
Mia, get down.
Oh shit. Damn, she played her part. Anyways, I just don't get why Ethan had to say something, man.
Fuck? Sorry, Ethan.
Like, all he had to do was just be quiet and go on with your life. But Ethan, man, he wants you to have a boss fight. He just wants you. So it turns out Monroe's the fish, and I know people said that the fish reminds him of Resident Evil 4. He had to fight that fish boss. Never played it, so I can't tell y'all if it was the same or not, but I'm pretty sure y'all can. But anything with that being said, we got. What the fuck is going on here? Oh, he must have played the scene of I guess they were acting it out or something. Yeah, I was that. Oh, yeah, she was a slurper. Everybody knew that. Dominatrix was a slurper. Anyway, so Monroe turned into a fish because whatever they infected him with, he just turned to fish. Fast forward, we kill all three lords, right? Dominatrix, Donna the dog carrier, and Moreau. After you take out Moreau, you see we got a message from Heisenberg. Heisenberg was like, "Congratulations, Ethan. You defeated the three lords. And now I'm testing you. We can be a team. Go to my base and get the flask, right?" Obviously it wasn't easy. We end up having a big ass Lycan arena fight, right?
Because he is in my castle.
Man, you thought the Lycans was worse. Because they were wasting your ammo. I remember I had 100 bullets. 100 bullets in my pistol. And that 100 went to 20.
To hell with the ceremony.
20 bullets. That's crazy, right?
Will pay for what he's done.
I wasted my ammo in that. And it turns out you also had to fight Urias, which was the big Lycan dude with the hammer. Had to fight him. His fight was actually kind of easy. You just set a trip mine, throw some pipe bombs, and then like shoot some bullets at him. But as long as you got explosive, you should have been fine. It was kind of easy to take out. You just gotta make sure when he jumps, he dodges. I mean, when he jumps, you dodge it or block it, and then quickly take out the little Lycan so you don't get overwhelmed. Yada yada. But the amount of loot that you get for the lay, I think it's called, the money resources for Resident Evil. At that point, that was crazy. They give you so much money, but it still wasn't even enough. I mean, I did fully maximize the first starter pistol and the second. I wish I did it. But, I mean, hey, now I can get to use it for infinite ammo for the end game. And then just start saving up. I mean, if I have a new game plus, then I don't really have to use it. But, I mean, just to start off, I'm gonna use it so I can upgrade the main pistol and the main shotgun. So I can do that. And then also the Magnum, which apparently is not even the strongest one because there's a Stake Magnum. There's another one. I haven't got that yet. I haven't even started my second playthrough yet, but I did play the Mercenaries mode, and I will talk about the Mercenary mode. So, you kill the Lycan, and then you get the flask, and you go to Heisenberg's factory. Said, "Hey man, me and you, we can save Rose together, because I don't want Mother Miranda to take her. And we can use Rose as a weapon to defeat Mother Miranda." But Ethan's like, "Nah, son. and you ain't using my daughter as a weapon. I'm like, I'm a saver, but I'm just saying you ain't gonna use my girl, my little girl, as a weapon. And it's like, I ain't teaming up with you. Heisenberg said, you sure? I was like, cause you don't want to know what's down there in my basement, which was the Propeller Boss. I was like, yeah, I'm sure. Get the fuck out of my face. That's when Heisenberg said, all right, put you down in the little basement, and you start running for your life a little bit from the Propeller Boss. And then after that, after you run around, started looting, there's really nothing to say for it. I mean, except for the new enemies with a little Iron Man for a heart. Basically, that was easy. So I'm just gonna skip all the way to where you fight the Propeller Boss, right? Fight the Propeller Boss. At first, he was kind of tough for me, right? I had a whole bunch of ammo. I felt confident, and then I found out that I was having no bullets in my pistol, and then I started struggling. But the second time around, I know exactly what to do. Got him once. So for the Propeller Boss, he's just gonna run at you always. Always run and charge. You dodge that, shoot him in the back until he flames on, and while he's flaming, what I end up doing, because I didn't have no shotgun, I didn't have a pipe bomb, I ran out of mines. I ended up using my flash grenade, right? My flash bomb, I crafted one. Hit him, he ran into the wall, started blasting him, bow 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 in the back, dead. Alright, so that was kind of cool for me. And then we fast forward, right? After Propeller Boss, we see Heisenberg again. Now he's a whole fucking Power Ranger with a mechanoid or something. Hits Ethan right back downstairs after you climb all the way top of his factory. He hits you all the way back down in the water. And that's where we found Chris Evans. Alright, this is the third time we see Chris. The second time was when the fish. The first time was when he came to your house. And the third time we see Chris Evans. He starts getting mad at you. Was like, see, Ethan, this is why I did not want you to get involved. Because, but yada yada. And he said, what are you talking about? You shot my wife. And that's when Chris said, you thought that was your wife? Nah, Ethan, I was Mother Miranda the whole time. She can turn into people to make it look like it, right? That's when we're like, oh shit. So you're telling me that that wasn't even a real Mia? The number one question that popped into my head once he said that was, where is the real Mia? Turns out, Mia got captured by Mother Miranda, obviously, and started using her for tests and experiments. I'm gonna get to that. So, with that being said, we have the boss fight of Heisenberg. You get a little artillery tank that Heisenberg couldn't control, and you start shooting them. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, oh shit, this boss fight is kind of lit. I think that was really the best boss fight in the game for me. That was my favorite. Automatically, my favorite boss fight. Eventually, he do destroy your little tank, and then you have to, you know, be had to fight him without using a little artillery tank. But I mean, luckily, if you have like some explosive or grenade launcher ammo for it, then you should have been fine. With me, I just beat him with these. And then after you defeat Heisenberg, that's when you find out that Mother Miranda finally shows her face. Second time of her showing her face. The first time was when you was in the village and you hear someone say, Mother Miranda, stop, what are you doing? And the second time is when after you defeat Heisenberg. Because Heisenberg said her whole plan was to make you part of the family. That's why you defeat all three lords and you're going to defeat me. But obviously that didn't happen. This is where shit gets interesting, because as Mother Miranda, she starts talking and she shows you that I can be anybody you want or that she wants. And she's like, well, you ain't gonna be helpful to me. Let me just take your heart out, squeeze it, pour it on my face, because that's how freaky I am. And we saw Ethan die, supposedly. And then that's when the game switches on to Chris Evans. Or not Chris Evans, Chris Redfield, my bad. And Chris Redfield was the shit. Like, he had the automatic weapon, he had the semi-auto pistol, a knife, he had flashbangs, he had everything. You start having a team and you go infiltrate the village, start shooting little mutants, whatever they call the Lycans. I mean, they're called Lycans. And then you also have like a little boss fight where you have to use the laser. You have to use the laser on the tree branches or the whatever those are called. And then you also have to use it on this little boss fight that's like the giant Lycan, but he was like all metaled up. Only place you can really shoot him is the bat. But yeah, you have to use it like 3 times just to kill him. And then you would go into Mother Miranda's facility, start searching. Apparently, she was looking for victims to be part of her project, and all of them failed. Because she wants somebody to be a Kadu. I guess they can turn one into her children. And that's when that's why she took Rose. Because Rose was the perfect fit. And then that's also when we find Mia, the real Mia. Chris Redfield said, Mia, I'm sorry, but your husband is dead. And then Mia's like, no. I was trying to keep it a secret, but he's a different man. He's special, you see. Fast forward to Ethan. This man gets up he's in a nightmare. And he's talking to Evelyn, which is the girl that you defeat in Resident Evil 7. Once he take care of this Evelyn, then he was like, he's talking to Evelyn and was like, you're not human, right? Obviously, look at you. You take so many hits and you're still up. No human can ever do that. That's because you body is full of mold. You died in Resident Evil 7. You remember Jack? Yeah, he's the one that killed you. And he was like, no way. Like, and he was like, and then Evan's like, you're gonna stay dead forever, so enjoy it. And then Chris Redfield, Ethan was like, nah, I gotta save Mia and Rose. I gotta save them both. Wakes up, turns out we're in the back of Duke's carriage. Duke is the GOAT. He's the friendliest villager that we ever seen. He's the GOAT. The GOAT. But after that's when it kind of goes down to the final battle. So we're in the carriage, get out of the carriage, and we start finding Mother Miranda. Mother Miranda was somewhat difficult, alright? Somewhat. I mean, her second phase, because I didn't know what to do, it looked like it was a continuation, but once it goes black and white, along you shoot her, it will end it. And then once she pulls out the big little fireballs, you shoot it. And then once you do the bigger fireball, you shoot that too. And it will actually affect Mother Miranda herself, take some damage. So I thought there was going to be a second phase of her, like where she like even more mutated, but that didn't happen. She ended up dying. So I was kind of disappointed with that. I was ready for the second phase. That didn't even happen. I'm just used to bosses having second phases, third phases, a fourth phase. Now you're pushing it with that fourth phase. But a third phase, I feel like that should be the limit of bosses. I don't know, that's just me. Alright? I was playing Kingdom Hearts and, there's second and third phases. Maybe even a fourth. But, so I'll say after you defeat Mother Miranda, it shows that she took everything out of Ethan, and with Ethan, his right hand, right, started fading away into crystals, like how you defeat any other boss, they turn to crystals. Chris Redfield sees it, and it's like, Ethan, come on, man, we gotta get out of here. Like, we gotta get out, because this place is about to blow. And he was like, Ethan, come on, man, get up. Ethan gets up, carries Rose. He's like, nah, man, I can't go for it. Here, take Rose, teach her to be strong. Tell Mia I love her. And Chris was like, no, man, you tell her you yourself. I was like, here, take care of her. Ethan gives Rose her little jacket. And then he's pushed Chris while the little branch was coming in, or whatever that liquid is, the mold, I guess. and Ethan took the bomb. All right, like after everything Ethan been through, he died once, but basically resurrected himself. This is where it ends, and then pulls a trigger, blows the whole forest up or the village. And Chris, obviously, he gets back to the plane safely, gives Mia a rose, and said, "Let's get out of here." Mia was like, "Wait, where's my husband? We ain't leaving without my husband." Chris was like, "He's gone, damn it. All right? He's officially gone. He sacrificed himself so we can leave, out of here." All right? I tried to convince him, but it just wasn't enough. Mia started crying. Obviously, that's her husband. And then it shows at the end in the plane where one of Chris Redfield guy says, "Hey yo, Chris, the BCAA, which was like some organization in Europe, they sent out a bioweapon. It's not even human. They sent out a bioweapon to defeat another bioweapon." And Chris was like, "Wow, you gotta be kidding me." Set a course to Europe, BCAA, and it fades away into the credits. Now, after the credits, that's where it shows the older version of Rose wearing Ethan's jacket. She's on a bus looking at two people, a mother and her daughter. I'm pretty sure she was sad because, like, probably reminds her of her mom, but also, with her dad, Ethan Winters gone, she didn't even know her dad because Ethan died when she was a baby. Literally, we all saw it, right? Um, so it turns out she goes and visit Ethan's gravesite. She talks to Ethan, said, "Hey dad, happy birthday." Yada yada. On the tombstone it said he always put family first. Obviously, me and Rose, they're protected. But it shows at the end there's a little van that comes out of nowhere, and they're part of Chris Redfield's guys. And then he was like, the guy started making a joke. He said, "Well, you ready to go, Evelyn?" And she quickly, like, boom, like, grabbed the man, slammed into the car. It's like, "What'd you say?" I ain't Evelyn. I can do things that not even Chris know I can do. I'm like, "Oh shit, she's a, she's really going down." It was a joke, Rose. Man got scared for his life, right? Rose let her go. Rose let him go, and was like, in the car, like, "Way to keep it cool, Rose." And then you see somebody call up Redfield's guys and is like, you want me to shoot her? I have the shot right now." And the guy was like, "I got this. I can handle this. Besides, she's only a kid." And then you see they end up driving. They're going somewhere. I think they're going to Chris Redfield. They end up driving, and then we see a guy like right there, but we don't know who he is. But the whole scene just stopped. It was like they paused it. They just paused the whole game, and it was like, "What? Why is it pause?" And then it just ends it. And how I know Ethan is gone is because once you defeat Mother Miranda and it shows the credits, or not shows the credits, I like before it shows the credits, it said the father story is ended. So that's mean either we might go in depth with Mia or Rose is gonna be the next main character, which I feel like is gonna be Rose. I feel like at this point it's gonna be Rose and Claire Redfield because I found out that Claire is Chris Redfield's brother. So I don't know what happened to Claire, but I think she's still alive. I still remember that. I know the characters. We got Leon, Claire, Jill Valentine, Chris Redfield, Rose, Ethan Winters, Mia if we ever get to play her. But going in depth with the story, like I said, I loved it. And also, every time I died, I didn't get a loading screen really. My screen would go black, and then it would just give me my game. All right, if I look on like PC players, they'll get a loading screen on a little typewriter, and get like a cool ass picture frame of like the characters, and it shows like their name or like what's happening. like what happened with the story on PS5. We didn't get that, which I mean, hey, no loading screens. I'll take it. But overall, my official verdict, I'm gonna give the game. To be honest, the game is a solid 9.7 for me. 6? No, 7. Alright? It could have had the point 3 if I feel like they could have done a little bit more ray tracing for me. I mean, that's just me. There's a little bit more ray tracing, right? I mean, maybe that was the max, but the way I see how, I don't know, maybe I'm comparing it to PC when they have like Nvidia, but I mean, like I said, the ray tracing was a little bit blurry for me, and I was playing at a solid 1080p, so they can like fix up the ray tracing for me. I would give it as 0.3 and it'll be a 10, but I don't know. 9.7 is my final verdict. Young Squad, that'll be it for today's video. Hope you like it. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me comment down below what you think about my whole video. This is an unedited footage. So yeah, it's gonna be a full 36 minutes. This is gonna be my in-depth review of my thoughts of Resident Evil Village. So hope you like it. Hope you enjoyed it. I should do one for Returnal, but I think it's kind of too late for Returnal because they already fixed everything that or at least I think they fixed everything that was going on. I was having run problem with that, but I don't know. Biomutant. If I did do a gaming reaction for Biomutant, this will be the next game I will play. It come out on May 25th, so I'm gonna pre-order it probably like today, tomorrow, and get ready to play it. You know, the character customization, I love it. If you also want to know where I'm be live streaming at, I do live stream on YouTube sometimes, but you know, Twitch is where I mainly be at. Twitch.tv/TheYNG_D. But that'll be it from the video. I love y'all, Young Squad. Young D is out. Deuces.
Good show! Jolly good show!